Everybody, welcome back, family and friends, to another episode of P&M's Movie Criticisms with Miss M. For those of you wondering where Miss P is, Miss P will be here, just in another capacity. Also, we're branching out, covering more films, because there's so many films that are coming out, so two are better than one to handle such a task. So do expect to see Miss P by herself as well as we try to cover all these movies coming out. But anyways, today we will be reviewing Project Hail Mary. Oh yes, I love it. This is wonderful. This movie starts from a book about Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. Hopefully I said that correctly. If I did, please politely correct me, okay? But anyways, I love the character arc, story arcs. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Getting ahead of myself. So, you know what that means? First, we need to rate this film. So, as you know, we have peanut movie criticisms, hot sauce chart. Right at the top, we have the Carolina Reaper. The Carolina Reaper is hot as pure silver screen perfection. Beneath that is the ghost pepper. It is, whoo, but it's missing that element that keeps it from being the platinum silver screen. And then beneath that, we have the habanero. Solid, nice, entertaining. It did its job. Doesn't make you rethink the choices in your life. The jalapeno starts to get you there. You have to, oh gosh, should I continue watching? But then there's the bell pepper. The bell pepper is just like, just kidding. But the bell pepper does make you rethink certain choices about your life. Like, I wasted 2 hours, 2.5 hours, my time. I want, who do I sue? So anyways, hmm, hmm. How do I rate Project Hail Mary? You have character arcs. There's also character evolution, character development. Also, Ryan Gosling. Hi, Ryan. How are you? You did great in this film. You were so charming. But that's easy for Ryan, right? But um, it was still a really nice film. Taking into consideration the character arcs and taking into consideration the development and Rocky likableness, I'm gonna rate it a ghost pepper. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. I have no regrets. Ghost pepper. It's a ghost pepper. But as you know, we can't just over here at Peanut Movies Criticisms, we just can say, oh, it's a ghost pepper. We have to tell you why it's a ghost pepper. All right, so let's talk about our criteria. Peanut movie criticisms criteria. Coming in at number 1, do we like it? Do we love it? Number 8, is it historically accurate? Now, when it comes to fiction, but then accuracy does come into play, especially if it's based off of real events. If it's a biopic, autobiography, if it is also based off a book, and this movie actually is. And then we have, does it strike my emotions? Does it keep my attention? What are production elements, directing, quality of acting, sound quality effects, and Miss P's favorite, cinematography. So, did I like it? Did I love it? I loved it. I loved it. So Ryan Gosling, he plays Ryland Grace. Okay, which I think that name is very insightful. And I think it does foreshadow because not only is his name Grace, but he embodies grace, right? So I really do like that, and I really do like this film a lot because it also has Sandra Hüller in it as Eva Stratt. Boy, oh goodness, that one. And Milana Varenra as Alasia Ilyakina and James Ortiz as Rocky. He's the plays Ellie Preacher, and Lionel Boyce as Carl. As Grace's friend. He does a lot of things with them. And Liz Kingsman Shapiro. She plays Shapiro. And Kim Leung as Yao Jia. And Priya Kansara and Oran Lee is Dr. Lee. So this is a very, very good movie. But let's talk about it. So I loved it. I did. Now, historical accuracy. Let's talk about it in terms of the book. There are things that are changed. Things like this are always changed, like always, right? You can't really always help that. But they do some healthy nods to the book. So for all you bookworms out there, okay, all you bookworms out there, all right, let's talk about it. There's some things about there. Okay, so there are some changes, like say for example, um, Eva Strat. Eva Strat is Hey, Eva Stratton's up. Did you? And if for those of you who haven't seen the movie, watch it. It is worth it. Wait for Friday or Saturday, whatever day you're off, whatever day you're just like chill. Like, okay, I'm chill. I got my cow here. Okay, let's get some drinks. Okay, you didn't see that, but you're chilling, you're relaxing, you don't have anywhere to be, and you just want to be entertained. Watch this movie. It is delightful. You'll enjoy it. Okay, but like I said, Eva Strat. Okay, so this is the antagonist, but you know what? I always say when it comes to writing, you need an epic antagonist because epic antagonists make epic protagonists. They push the protagonist to reach that climax, that arc, so you have to have the best antagonist, and that's Eva. So Andy, hi Andy. Oh, wow. I mean, I love it. Eva really tests boundaries. And so you know what I'm talking about? Okay, I'm gonna tell you, but I'm not gonna tell you because I don't want to ruin the story for you. If you haven't seen Project Hail Mary, what are you waiting for? We've been out for like what, since March? And you and then me making this review in June and it's almost July. Bet I could never for the both of us. So, no. So Eva, she does some things like, how do I say this without saying it? Okay, Eva, when it comes to Grace, what she does to him is just so, it's just really messed up what she does to him. Poor Grace. Let's just say that she makes him do something he doesn't want to do, and how she goes about it is really messed up. And then there's some other things she does in the book too. Like for those of you who want to read the book, I'll go for it. I'm definitely reading. I love the book. Uh Look, okay, so Eva, she sets off all these bombs and things like that to XYZ 1, 2, 3 on Earth and everything, and it is just so messed up. But you know what? Let me go ahead and give you a synopsis. Project Hail Mary. A science teacher wakes up alone on a spaceship. As his memory returns, he uncovers a mission to stop a mysterious substance killing Earth's sun, and realizes that an unexpected friendship may be the key. So essentially, what we have here is we have Ryland Grace. He's a science teacher. He's considered kind of like a quack in the in the field of scientist, even though he's got the degrees, everything. He's written the papers, it's been peer reviewed. They're like, "You're crazy. Did you really actually write that? Whoa, bro, whoa." But he becomes a science teacher, and then the government comes up, and that's where Eva Stratt comes in with all these powers, and read his paper and thinks, I don't know. I kind of like the way he thinks. He thinks, as a scientist, he thinks in a very rogue type of manner. You got to be careful because scientists can cross that teetering edge, right? There's the mad scientist, there's the quack type of scientist, there's all of those, right? But He's very rogue, very French, and they're dealing with this alien species, this substance that is literally killing the Earth's sun. So she's thinking they need that type. They need that. So that's where she comes in and she basically recruits Ryland Grace. And in that relationship, they develop a pretty good relationship. She gets to know him, he gets to know her, purely platonic. But she takes a big risk. And what that risk is, she takes a big risk with his life. When, and that's where I stopped. Gotta watch the movie. I haven't seen it. Okay. So, anyways, I told you a little bit about how Eva does some extra things where she basically literally sets off atomic bombs in Antarctica. And it's insane. So she is a crazy type of person. And there's also some things in the book that are also not in the film, like when they're talking about her V tattoo with the line through it. It's not in the book, but those who read the book will know what it's talking about. And I'm not going to give details, so. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Gotta read the book to find out. Like, wait, you review movies. That's what you say about movies, Miss M. You don't say that about, like, you don't say that about the books. Yes, I'm an avid book reader. Love books. Read the book. Right now. Find out what they're nodding to. So basically, that tattoo and that V, while that's not really actually in the book, if you read the book, you'll know what they're referring to. So that's an Easter egg for those who read the book. All right. So then I really like how they make the nod to everything. And it's like, who likes Star Trek around here? Here's me. High five. So there's a 40 Eridani. So as you already know, that's the star system where you have Star Trek's Vulcan located and everything. So 40 Eridani is where Star Trek's Vulcan system is also located, which is where Rocky's homeworld is. Crazy cool. I love it so much. So there's a little tidbits about there and a little bit of Easter eggs and a little bit of knowledge for you people who like the film knowledge and everything. But let's go off the list. So, accurate to the book? No, there's always changes. But are there nods to the book and paying homage to the book, paying respect to the book, to the origin source? Yes. Yes, and yes. And the movies can't contain everything a book has. You just movies contain so much of that detail, and this movie is already coming in over 2 hours. You just really can't do it. I mean, we would love to see Eva Strat set up a whole bunch of bombs in Antarctica. But yeah, if you're into it, read the book. So did it strike my emotions? Yes. Rockies are like, Rockies are like, Grace, 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 and Ryland's all like, and then Grace, these two are best friends. I love these two. They are best friends, I'm telling you. So, what I love about this film is that they have the best relationship, and it's that relationship, that chemistry that they have. And, chemistry between actors and the roles and the characters means so much. It brings the story to life. So I actually have some quotes that I really like. So Rocky likes to say, amaze, amaze, amaze. He does love saying that. It's like how we say amazing in Rocky. At first these two they don't know each other's language is right. Of course, is alien, and I love the humor in this film. So Grace wakes up in space. He's by himself. Okay. Originally, was he supposed to be by himself? No. XYZ123 happened. Watch the movie. Okay. Trying to figure out what's happening. He sees was undoubtedly the spaceship, and he's like, "Oh no!" He's like, "Leave," and then the spaceship is like, "Follow," and it's really fast, really good technology. So he goes here in space like he goes here, he goes like he's it's following. He's like, ah, but then they dock, right, with their own technology. This is amazing to see. I really like the creativity here. And they have to learn each other's language. They have to learn each other's languages, right? So Rocky and Grace eventually do. They're using technology. They are able to communicate with each other and they form the greatest, cutest, strongest, most enduring bond. And they say things like, he says, amaze, amaze, amaze. And then Rocky says, we leave now. Question? Grace, leave now. Statement. Okay. And in the beginning, I will say that while Grace does end up on the ship, it's not something he wanted to do, so much so that XYZ 1, 2, 3, right? But anyways, gotta watch the movie. So the other astronauts are trying to convince him, because he's not an astronaut, he's just a scientist, trying to figure out how the astrophage works and eating the sun. He does. He actually figures it out. He figures it out. Grace is a genius. And when they're trying to convince him to just do it, just go on the trip, he's like, look, I'm just here for backup to give you all the research. You need to be successful. He's like, I'm not an astronaut. I put a not an astronaut. I have never done a spacewalk. I can't even moonwalk. I haven't done any training. I haven't done the pool thing, right? And this is really cute. And I think one of the quotes here that really sums up the movie, but it's for you if you are like one of those people that I don't want any clues about that. So I'll give you a thumbs up when I'm done if you don't want it's like a spoiler. But Rocky says, Rocky watch whole crew die, could not fix. Grace say Grace will die, Rocky fix. Right? So that gives you a little tidbit. You're good now. It gives you a little tidbit. So, um, I think that's really good. So I really like that. And you know what? Going back to the book thing, so I'm looking through my list over here. I actually forgot. I actually forgot one thing about the book. There's a part in the book where I can't give too much information, where Grace is indeed in danger and Rocky comes and he's covered in black stuff. If you read the book, then you know what it is. Anyways, and also there's one more thing that Rocky says to him when Rocky boards Grace's ship is, we're my bedroom! And then Grace, bedroom? For what? So I like the humor in it. You know, basically, let's also go up the list. Basically, what you have is, does it keep my attention? Yes. Production elements are amazing. Fun fact, they didn't use a whole ton of CGI. They actually used real footage, real stuff from space. And so the directing is really good, but you know what? The directing, you have good casting. You have Ryan, he's very charismatic, takes his role seriously. You know, he really has a way of just enrapturing that audience already, right? And then you have Rocky, and we cannot overlook Rocky. Okay, I love, you know, the acting for Rocky from James Ortiz is amazing. Anyways, watch it. Just go. So, anyways, uh, the acting's good. Eva's great. She's wonderful. She comes across as more likable, I think, in the film and everything. But yeah, Eva is a hot mess. And the sound quality and effects cinematography, they're great. The mastery of the craft is done well, but it all starts with the writing. Honestly, if Andy didn't do such a bang up job writing this, we would not have the movie that we have. But books always do make the best shows and they make the best movies because it's the character arc, it's the development of the character. And the story and the plot, there's a lot to it. There's a lot that happens. The story of waking up in space with no memories. Whoa, that is crazy insane. And then you find that you're literally surrounded by tragedy inside, like inside your own space vessel. And then you come across, and this is nice rising action. Boom. Because you got your classic arc, right? You're right here. You're waking up in space. You don't know what happened. You need the exposition. The exposition starts to come, right? R- Rising action. Where's the crew? What happened to the crew? Rising action. Boom. He meets this alien whose crew is also gone as well. And then rising action, they figure out how to kill what's killing the sun. And they need to obtain it. And in doing so, travesty happens. Lives are nearly lost. And while they have obtained, and now we're at the height of our arc, right? We're at the height. While they've obtained what they need to save the sun, because they take what they obtain from the sun, and oh, actually it's from a planet. Excuse me, it's from a planet. So basically they find something that eats away at what's killing the sun. Okay. And they need to astrophage, right? And they can use it as fuel too. But basically they need to take what they get from that planet, because basically they're looking at a map. They don't go to the sun, excuse me, because I said to the sun. They don't go to the sun. They're looking at a map and say, they're seeing where this black substance has been, and they're like, wait, there's a planet over here that's thriving. It's not being infected. So that's where the astros are going. They're going to see why this planet is not infected like everything else in the solar system. And they find it. And it's going to kill the astrophage. And it's going to kill what's inside, what's killing the sun. So they go and they get that. So while they succeed in getting it from this hostile planet, by the way, it's not just a planet you can just land on. Okay? Lives are almost lost, people almost gone. Uh, they get it, they gotta bring it back to their sons, right? And then, so that basically, now that you've obtained what you need, you gotta take it. Now there's a journey to resolution. Now they have to get home and give it to the son. The journey is not yet done. Okay. And that's why I give this film a ghost pepper. I give this film a ghost pepper because of that rising action, because of that climax of getting this life-saving substance from this planet that's going to kill the parasites that's killing the sun from the sunlight from the earth. And there's that journey on the way back. And Rocky makes a sacrifice. Grace makes a sacrifice. And they might and this is a sacrifice where they might not make it back home. There are tough choices that need to be made, but that bond is it's endearing, and they're connected because without each other, they probably would have, without each other, that mission more than likely would have failed, and Rocky's planet would be gone, and Grace's planet would be gone simply because, living species, we are very communal. We're very social. Even the least social amongst us are still social, right? So, like, in our own ways. And they would have died from some depression. Who knows what would have happened. But together, are stronger. Together, they do it because Grace was not supposed to be alone, but he is. Rocky is not supposed to be alone, but he is. They were sent to do a job that nobody alone can do. But yet, even and still, they met each other, and those two beings together were just enough to save Earth and just enough to save Rocky's home planet as well. And together, they complete each other and they give each other what they need. And then, in the overall story, they complete their goals and they save their planets. And it's that, again, that rising action all the way and come to terms with what's happening and in that situation and that journey to getting what that their planets need to survive is why I gave it a Ghost Pepper. Strong story arc, strong character arcs, and we have full character arcs. Now, Rocky has his arc. Grace has his arc. Remember, I read that quote to you to tell you the quote about Grace saying, I put the knot in astronaut. Okay. But damn, Grace. You said you don't walk in space, but you're the ultimate spacewalker. This is a legend. Saving the sun's Earth? Man. Move out of the way, Neil Armstrong. Buzz Aldrin. These guys take the whole cake and kid and caboodle everything, right? You know, but come on, like Grace, if Grace were not, fictional. But you get it. Anyways, that's why I give it a Ghost Pepper. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. It kept my attention. I was like, Rocky, Grace. But anyways, it was so nice joining you, talking with you, and be sure to like, follow us, subscribe. If you want to have a conversation with us, have a conversation with us. We would love to have a conversation with you politely. Okay. It was lovely talking with you as always. So I miss him, and I'm about this piece. Bye.